Welcome back to Crocheting Freely with Renaissance. We've just completed 2 rows of the crochet circle, and I was talking about the curve of the circle, okay, and how it is important that your stitch, when you're creating your stitch, that your stitch flow, here's our center, that it flow in the direction of the circle. I'm going to start and do an example so that you can see what's happening as you do the circle, because for some patterns you're going to, if you want your circle to be larger and larger, you're going to need to increase as needed. I know the one particular pattern that I do use, it does not tell me how many increases I need to do on each row. The one pattern tells me increase as needed, and the goal here is to create a flat circle. So when the lady was making her hat, she said the hat was becoming too ruffly. That's because there were too many stitches. Okay, so now we're going to increase as needed. 1, 2, 3. And I'm not going to go into that hole there. I'm going to go into the next stitch. Here's where we begin to increase as needed. Okay. Now I'm going to do this just like I showed her. The direction of the flow of the curve is this. Just that. The direction away from the curve is this. Okay. Stitches going this way is away from the curve. Stitches going this way is in the direction of the curve. I'm going to continue on. Right now you have flexibility where you're in the direction of the curve. Okay. I'm going to go to the next stitch. Again, let's test it. Okay, in the direction of the curve. We have about a 90 degree from this stitch to this one, meaning from here to here, we have about a 90 degree angle. Now remember, I just created 4 double crochet. Now look what's happening. Look what's happening to our stitch. That looks to be not in the direction of the curve. 1, 2. That's starting to go away from the curve. So on the 3rd row, what I would do, I would increase on the 3rd double crochet, because when you're increasing as needed, then you need to make sure that it's not too many stitches, but that it's enough stitches. You want to make sure that that you have that it's not less stitches too. You want to make sure it's just right, but not too much. Okay, I'm going through this very, very, very slowly because the goal is to ensure a flat circle all the way around. So here, with every 2, I'm going to create another one, and I'm testing the direction of my curve. Like if you go like this and you see that buckling up like that, then I need to go ahead and increase 1. So it's not always going to necessarily be, you know, crochet 2, and then in the 3rd stitch add 1, crochet 2, in the 3rd stitch add 1, crochet 2, in the 3rd stitch add 1. It's not going to always necessarily be that. When you're just increasing as needed, you have to use your discretion to get a flat circle. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go to the next stitch. We're ensuring flatness, and so far it's still flat. I'm going to add another stitch here. Okay, I'm just adding to my discretion. From this stitch here still looks like a 90-degree angle from here to here. We want to keep it like a 90-degree angle. Okay, I'm going to add another stitch here. Again, there's our circle. It's nice. It's staying flat. Eventually we'll work this into a hat. So this way the hat won't go roughly. Okay, we seem to be okay with our stitch. I'm going to add another one here. Okay, still going around. Seem to be doing all right. Then I'm going to go again here. Now we have a little bit of pull in the opposite direction. So I'm going to add another stitch here. And then let's go. Keep going. I'm going to go to the next stitch. Okay. Again, we don't have enough give in that direction, so I'm going to add another stitch here. We're ensuring our flat circle. Okay, coming around, seem to be doing okay here. I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to add another double crochet. Okay, and I'm going to come around, almost making it to our finish line, and then I'm going to add another stitch in that same stitch. Add another double crochet in the next stitch. Add another double crochet in the next stitch. Now, I mean, yours will be different from mine. This is at your own discretion. This is to create a flat circle, and for the most part it's still flat, because if it were my choice, you see how that middle is buckling, I would have put a 13th double crochet there, and I would have added a few extra double crochets on the second row. But I do understand that most patterns will call for the 12 double crochet in the middle. Okay, and we're going to come around, and I'm going to go to the next one, and I'm going to add one there. Then I'm going to go into the last stitch. See how we're looking? I'm going to go ahead and add another one. Then I'm going to close it off, and there's your circle. There you have it. We want to ensure flatness as we continue. Okay? Alright. Stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching.